Time to start another day. See what's gotten done. It's looking pretty good. Hello? Morning, John.
Morning, Jeff.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Hey, look who I have with me today.
Hey, it's Mini-Me.
Maybe you can't see him over the wall.
He's poked his head up. It's time to start doing some bracing on that wall so we can straighten it up. This is a common seam because this is going to become the pump room. And of course, this is now, as you stack the pool stuff, it just leans all kind of ways until you get it straight. So of course we're leaning way in. So I'll go get the Zonts and Zuckles, put them on here and pull this back. We're not going to pour the floor of this at the same time. We are going to pour the walls. That way I can get all my plumbing and everything in. So we'll straighten that up, do what we need to do with that. And then over here, we had to get kind of tricky. This is an optimizer block, which is 12 inches tall instead of 18. And for reasons that I went into before for over there, we had to do that. So we decided to put one here to continue that. And this whole corner got built. We're going to special cut an 8 foot, 18 inch tall piece that's going to be cut to fit here and cut to fit here once we have that wall straight where we want it. We're gonna have to continue the optimizers all the way around. We were either gonna have to put them here or at the top. And John convinced me to go ahead and put it at this level. So it's your fault. I mean, it's yours, it's great.
It's all my fault. It was going to happen sooner or later. Grade is quintessentially important.
And John too is gone today, so
John
I mean, we
too.
could blame him, I guess.
He was the brains of the operation.
He was. So now that he's gone, we're
until he left.
yeah. Oh man, oh that's dusty. Ah, that's horrible footage. Might as well just redo it. Morning, John.
Morning, Chef.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bracing on the back side of this, straighten that wall up like we need it, so that we can then finish this. He's putting in our top row, but as you can see, because some people didn't see it in the last pool and didn't understand, but yeah, we have corner rebar in there. This will get some too, as Josh goes around and does all those pieces. Plumbing that has to go here, and then this will get backfilled just like we did on the lower pool. We'll have a 2-inch travertine, kind of a bull nose that goes here. Somewhere in here, we've got to put our drain. You can see better. Man, isn't this just easier? I can walk around. Didn't have all that climbing in and out of that. That deep pool was, it about whooped me. Oh, here, let me grab this side so you don't trip up.
This is just going right here.
All right, so there we go. So this whole wall has pipes, water pipes coming out of it because of that pool. So it makes sense that the electrical will actually either be on the back wall or on this side wall. There's steps that come down, so it makes sense when we put all my electrical over here, and then set this couple of sand filters here, and then we've got it's 2 big filters and 3 pumps as far as water goes. As far as electrical goes though, we've got a bunch of transformers for the lights, and I may even do a small AV rack in here for network and for the audio system. They'll be back here so that I can just have a piece of conduit that goes back to the main room to feed. So we're going to have some updates on that with Origin Audio for the outside system, and Convergence Technologies is hooking me up on that stuff. So we'll be doing a future segment with them. No more yapping. I got to get to work, right? What do you think of all this?
This wall's out of plumb.
Oh, yeah, it's way out. Well, what do you think of all of this?
Could have made it easier.
Huh? Everybody's a critic. All right. So back to it. Back to it. Let's make something happen. What are you doing?
Dog and I are racing.
Who's winning, Dog? You look a little thirsty. I mean, if your tongue hangs out of your mouth any further, then you might not have one. You all right? What do you think of the pool? You wish it had water in it? Yeah, so does your mom.
Yes. She wishes she could jump in it right now.
I don't think she's going to, though.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
So you enjoying your
I love it.
Hovsco scooter?
I get out and about more. Get my exercise for dog.
Nice.
And getting a little sun while relaxing.
Oh, I found out we can get different size baskets for it.
Oh.
Yeah, we can change it out to different sizes. So if you want to like carry eggs back, like go get eggs in the morning and stuff.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And then maybe get pink.
Maybe a new color. See if they got a pink color.
We need a horn.
We need a beep.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. You ready to race, Dog? I think I'm going to win.
All right. See you later.
Ciao for now. Come on, let's race. Not fair. You got a head start.
Oh, you're in the lead. Don't let her win, Dog. Good morning, back out here. It's just Josh and I right now. Quincy's supposed to come out in a little bit. John has headed back. Unfortunately, I did audio at the end, I did kind of like a little exit interview. That was great, but the camera was on time lapse. So I may try to see if we can have a phone call and get some audio, and I'll keep the video, whatever. So that was kind of disappointing. But John 1 was here all week, did a fantastic job, kept it going. John 2 came, you saw, worked for a day and was great as well. So we really made a lot of progress. And what we're about to do is Josh and I are going to go around and adjust these feet. We had a couple questions about them. You can really see them this time, and when we did the lower pool you couldn't see as much. But what happens with these are called Fastfeet. Ah, yes, mud. Rained last night. So you put those on the bottom of the forms. You adjust this to the height of whatever you need for your slab. So in this case, we want about a foot, because we're going to do a 2-inch foam on the whole bottom, and then 10 inches of concrete. So you adjust this, and by running this up and down, you're adjusting that level, but you're also adjusting if the wall is in, out, level or plumb. So you get all that, gives you adjustment for all that. These feet are on a little ball, so you can adjust to different terrain. And then after we've adjusted it, this material comes up and gets attached on the back, so that when the concrete's poured, it kind of comes out a little bit here and makes your footing, and then the rest of it flows into the bottom there, because that is where the slab's going to be. So it becomes a monopore. It says poured as one shell to prevent you from having a cold joint that could leak. That's the idea of it. This product was originally designed for uses with the houses. So you take it and you raise it up on both sides. It has marks for how wide a footing you need, as you know, and then you have it all leveled with the feet. And then when you pour your stem wall at the same time. Come in, like on Quincy's house, we'll have a crawl space that gets a stem wall, so we could use this product and pour the stem wall at the same time, all leveled up, instead of digging out footings and everything. So, which we may do and show you that. So that was one question. Another one is this wall here. Why is this styrofoam? A lot of people, why is this styrofoam? Why aren't you doing concrete on both sides? Which, truthfully, was one of my questions to Aaron too, so good question. This is going to be rock. So what we're doing, this, as you see, the braces haven't come all the way out. We're not done yet, so this will get adjusted. It won't, So we put this down. This is helping us get our ledge that's going to be for the rock, because this is the waterfall. So from here, well actually this gets cut down some, so I've got to go through and cut a line out of this. So we put this to help give more strength, plus when we run our bracing, see, we haven't filled our holes yet. Those were all the webs, just like where the wood webs were screwed into. So we will be able to run a brace from the lower wall up. Bracing will come up here and tie this wall to the lower wall, and then when we pour, you know, it'll be fine, because we're going to do our kickbacks all the way over to that wall. And the other thing is, this one is not near as much pressure as the lower pool was, because it's only 54 inches of foam, so not near as much pressure as what we had to deal with over here. And we're also going to pour it the same day we pour the basement, so we will be able to this was something I obviously wasn't very clear on. I talked about the spacing between the lifts being about an hour. That does not mean the spacing between the trucks will be an hour, because obviously we're just going to take a lot of trucks to do all this. But by the time we pour out 10 yards that's in a truck and successively keep going all the way around, it would have been at least an hour when we get back to where we started. It's going to let the concrete set up some, which lets it hold the weight of the next lift. And by pouring this the same day, we'll be able to put a run around the bottom. We don't have to come way up. I'll probably come up about the height of this plywood, put some in there, go around, go back to the house, do the house, and then we'll have people vibrating this and keeping an eye on this, and then we'll come back and run another lift. So the key to pour day for the basement is going to be having a lot of people here with different tasks. It's been suggested, and I thought about it too, about running 2 pump trucks, just so we could set one up here that could get all this area and hit the pool, and set one up on the hill where trucks could back up, because there is a way back there, and it could be set up to hit the garage, even if it's on the hill, to hit the garage and kind of the back of the house. It's probably a smart idea. It just adds to the cost, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't cheap out on things that will help you get a better result. You know, you can try to be frugal, is that the right word? Try and be frugal and be smart with what you spend money on, but some things you need to do it, and that's probably what we're going to do. I'm going to talk with CMP about it, and with Steve, who we're going to wait for his availability. He's from Nudura to be here on pump day. My guess is we're going to do 2 trucks, because that would put Steve's definitely going to be on one, and then that would put me on the other one. And then we need people that are doing the vibrating. We need people that are doing nothing but standing by with plywood and screws. If there happens to be a blowout, hopefully there won't be, but if we get one, we stop pumping, we keep going, they immediately go over to the hole, they have plywood ready and do it. So that's the key to, if you do have a blowout, is that you address it quickly. So we'll have people that's their only job. I need at least one person that is going to do nothing but direct the concrete trucks to where they need to go. And then we need the flat work guys back for the bottom of the pool. What else can they even do? The bottom of the pool, and they can do a couple other things. So, because we're going to pour the isolated footings at the same time too. So that's Casey's crew. That'll give me a couple guys. So I'm going to have a meeting with everyone a day or 2 before the pour, just to kind of talk about where everybody's job will be and all that. So there's going to be a lot of people here. So that will dictate pour day, because if it's a great day, and it works great for me, but I can only have 2 people here, well, that's not enough. So got to have enough people. So that's what's going on with that. That's the reason that this side is foam and not concrete, because I wanted to keep, if we were doing this with the same finished material as the submerged part, then yes, this would have been concrete, but it's going to be sawn stone. It's natural stone, but the back's sawn off on, you know, they're thinner pieces. So that gets stacked here for the waterfall. And so this kept my thermal break for the pool. And what else was there? Oh, the corners. I kind of talked about it somewhere in the video. So in the lower pool, and the way Aaron does them, he brings the two pieces of the corners together and puts the Gates forms on the corners for extra support. I decided to spend some money and eat up some Nudura corners because you lose the inside piece, of course. But that was the one thing of the lower pull pour I didn't like, was how the corners worked out. It gets all buried, you don't see it, but still. So I chose, since it was so little too, it's 3 times 4, 12. I'm saving a lot of money by doing the pool myself, by doing it with Nudura instead of hiring a gunite company to come in and do it. So spend some of that money, put it back to have a better end result. The rebar usually goes to the away from the tension side. So you'll see in this case, the rebar is either in the center because you're going to have water pressure and ground pressure, or it's away from the water like this one is because the tension is going to be this way. Once this is all square and straight, I got to cut in those metal corners, which will tighten this thing up. So still a lot of work, but it's mostly just punch list work at this point. This is the big part, getting it built. That's the update, and Josh and I need to get busy, and we'll see you in the time lapse.
Yeah, now